I'm going to set myself a timer. Good night. Right, we're at probably about midnight now. I've got my lenses out so I can't actually see the clock. It's been a mixed day in terms of productivity and achieving what I want after my rather self-righteous rant at the end of the last video about how I'm going to change all my habits. I just feel rubbish, I feel unprofessional, I feel I'm not achieving the things I want to achieve. But a small win today, so although my day didn't start till after lunchtime really because I was doing a few other things I had to sort out in the morning, and I did some admin bits at the desk, kind of sorting out emails and replying to a few inquiries, and then I kind of stumbled into a lot of just not really doing anything on the laptop. I was like just messing around with Facebook. I got trapped in a bit of a YouTube wormhole. It was nice to actually recognise though that there's a tendency that when I'm just sitting at my laptop, because I'm at my laptop which is also where I do my work, it doesn't really register that I'm not working. I actually still feel like, oh, I'm in work mode just because I'm at the computer. That's kind of where it starts getting a little bit dangerous in terms of bad habits and procrastinating, because it is a habit and you're not really aware you're doing it. So in this case, the trigger for that is actually being somewhere, and that is being at my laptop. Especially if I'm sort of lacking a bit of motivation and not focused, it just makes it very easy for me to start going into my personal bad triggers, which is social media, YouTube, etc. stuff. So I'm sitting there, click, and you stay there forever. So I was going to flake out and just go to bed in a sulk and sort of try and start again for fresh in the morning. But I decided I'll try a bit of an experiment, that because I'm aware that it was being at the laptop that was the issue, rather than doing some of the computer work I could have been doing on this project. I've moved to another room away from the computer, and that has actually enabled me to focus for the last few hours solidly on drawing all the illustrative items that I still have to do for the project. I feel now that I've done something productive in my evening, and I'll have a cup of tea, go to bed, and wake up tomorrow knowing with a very clear plan what I need to do. So, cheers! May it continue. Christ, that's hot.
Actually, I tell a lie. I'm back at the desk because I told myself that I would do a bit of editing on the blog kind of every day, rather than just leave it as a big chunk at some point at the end of the week and then end up sending it late, which has been happening quite a bit recently. So this is kind of all part of the plan to make everything a bit more efficient and manageable in terms of time. So do that and then I'll go to bed. Good night.
about 8 o'clock on Thursday evening. I've been spending most of the day catching up on some of the design work I needed to do for the Royal Oak, which has overran from yesterday. But what I've got to do now is a poster for the Royal Oak's Halloween party. And normally for projects like this, I know that I have a tendency to want to spend ages and kind of create this really an amazing poster design, which of course we all want to create great work, but in the grander scheme of things, I have to do this quickly. So in terms of priorities, I have a lot of other stuff I need to be doing, and this doesn't have to be something that I want, I intend to have in the design museum at some point in the future. It just needs to look good, needs to look eye-catching, needs to look fun and convey the information. I'm going to set myself a timer for 2 hours. Within that 2 hours, I need to get some draft designs, clarify all the information that needs to go on there, do the design, do a modified layout for a Facebook banner, and get it all sent off. That's just setting important constraints on myself so that I can get on with other stuff after this, because it's going to be a long night tonight, partly because I have to do the work, partly because I've had an insane amount of coffee. Right, that's 2 hours. Not quite finished because I did decide to change the design like about 15 minutes in, but I reckon in about another half an hour I'll have this all wrapped up, so I'm gonna go back to that. I think I should try like a loo break or something first. I've been sitting here for 2 hours, so I'm just gonna have a quick stretch, a quick screen break, I think. It's 12:30 now, and what I'm going to do now is edit the vlog as part of my plan to do a bit of editing every night, and that has worked well. It's been quite a nice routine that I've got into. It's made it all a bit more manageable, so I'm actually editing it better. I'm aware I was feeling a bit self-conscious about the fact that I think the last handful of episodes of the vlog have not been as good as I would like. Just because I left them till the last minute to do, and that wasn't really sitting well with me. So it's been nice that I'm actually now I put a bit more care and attention into something, so I'm not putting out work that I'm not happy with, and that's important for me and my morale and just my standards. Really, I don't like putting. I want the things that I do to be good. I really hate producing bad stuff or being bad at things. But what this has allowed me to do is get ahead of it on the blog. So that's fantastic because it's less pressure. It's kind of made me feel a bit good and a bit more productive and on top of things again. We did manage to get like a week ahead. That pretty much within about a week it was back to me sending stuff late and constantly apologising to a very patient Raluca and Marco for always missing the deadline for the vlog, but they still managed to get it out on time. So this is for you guys, back on the case. So I'm going to wrap up here because I've actually attempted to film signing off about 10 times and not being able to do it properly, which I think is a good indication I'm tired. So yeah, I'm gonna finish here, get this edited and sent off, but I'm gonna go to bed and I will catch up with you next week. Much better temperature this time.